of you. Who can compare with Ronnie Q? So grab a chair, she's coming through. She's on the air, it's time for Ronnie Q. Ronnie Q. It's time for Ronnie Q. Ronnie Q. It's time for Ronnie in the morning while I'm driving. Ronnie Q. I really come alive when it's time for Ronnie Q. I listen to my Ronnie. Ronnie Q. I listen to my Ronnie. It's time for Ronnie Q.
Hi, this is Ronnie Q.
Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Thank you guys for coming in. Please hit the like. I greatly appreciate it. Let me remove the kitty. Let me see if you guys can hear me talking. Hello, hello. Yes, you can hear me. Okay. Thank you guys for coming in. I want to thank Chakra King Black for coming in early. Always coming in early. Dr. Soapy, Grand Rising, Miss Queenie, Madison. Thank you guys for being here. Jill's Comfort Zone, Auntie Donna. It's been so long since I've seen you, Auntie Donna. Grand Rising, Terry East. Thank you guys for being here. So, I want to announce the Charcuterie Board challenge that Leo the Lioness is having on her channel. Here are the requirements. Contestants, 6 contestants. She have those, but you can still sign up just in case somebody drops out. You must let her know by December 1st that you're interested in being in the challenge. Comment under this post on her community wall. Cameras must be face down, hands and board seen only. Contestants must hit the link at 7:45 p.m. So it has the judging criteria up there on her community wall post. And also the Charcuterie Board challenge is December 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to try to get that 500, 300, and 200 first, second, and third place prizes, you guys may want to sign up. Someone may fall out and you may be able to get into the challenge. Also, the following day is the Secret Santa giveaway, where content creators give back to their subscribers. They exchange gifts between $25 and $50 amongst the content creators, and then they must immediately cash app to a subscriber. And to win, you must be at the Secret Santa event, because they're going to be pulling people out of the chat to then give their gifts back to. So that is on December 15th, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So come out and join the fun. Now, let me see. Those are my 2 announcements that I know of. Very Carey, Grand Rising, Spicy Dicey. How are you? T. Danielle, Foot Soldier, Black Pearl. It is good to see you all. If I miss someone, please forgive me. 1 second. Here we go. Miss 313. I need to see Miss 313. I'll see her when I see Miss 313. Hey, Aisha. Is I pronounced Aisha? Grand Rising, Miss LA. Shante Elba, is it's good to see you. I think I missed someone else. T TH, yes, T Danielle. I think I spoke to you as well. Okay, I don't want to miss anybody. So let's talk about what we. Hey, Black Pearl, bougie auntie, thank you for being here. Please hit the like button on your way in. Foot soldier, did I speak? I think I did. Okay, so I was over. I woke up early. The sisterhood, grand rising. Good to see you. Oh, that's Sheila E. Hey, Sheila E. Sheila E. Be confusing me. I was like, who is this going live that I'm subscribed to called the Sisterhood? And that's Sheila E. She changed her name for her uh, for her page. Hey, viewers of you, Grand Sup. What's this sup? Hey, viewers of you, Grand Rising. Truth and Reason. Good to see you. Okay. So I woke up early and I saw that Very Carey went live this morning. And it was some interesting things I would have missed. So Auntie Donna hit the link and she was talking about some people from the Mo 3 sector ganged up on Seven Stars. I don't know what the reason was, but she said that Seven Stars handled them quite well. So if you guys want to go over there and check that out. That happened over there in Lemons Live. And then I remember, and when I went over there to check that out, I didn't understand it because I'm not familiar with any of those Mo3 women. So I was just like, I it wasn't my cup of tea, but it may be yours. But then when I went over there, I remembered somebody said that Lovely Love snapped on ODS. And I was like, well, what is she snapping on ODS for? So I listened, and that just Krista came on the panel. And Lemon, check your messages. I sent you a message. Okay, I'm gonna read it. Don't read it out loud, Lemon, don't read it out loud. Okay, hold on. So Lemon immediately asked her, "Wow, why are you going after ODS? And why are you going after Pizarro and Bree?" Well, and then Lovely Love, sitting up on the panel, chimes in and says, I think she said something like, "ODS need to mind his own business." And shortly thereafter, ODS, he hit a link, and they went back and forth and stuff. So that argument was quite interesting, and I wish ODS had stayed up there longer. And after he dropped down, Lovely Love kept going on and on and on and on until somebody paid to have her drop. And then what are you left with? You're left with Krista and Lemon. Lemon, do you hear me? Lemon, I thought I thought he was having For the Love of Lemon, and he was no longer with her, and she's still up there. Did you get my message, Lemon? Lemon, don't read it out loud. Lemon, do you hear me? I was just like, bitch, this whole fairy tale storyline is over. Quit trying to pump some dead blood in this old storyline. Nobody wants to hear any more of this. Move on. But she's still lemon. Do you hear me? I was just like, oh my God. I I don't understand how she continues to sit up there and do that dumb shit. But anyway, that's her. That's what she chooses to do. Boring as hell. Oh, I missed all of that lauding. Now that happened at the end of her. Hey, Angela T. White. I thought she was gone too. A Truth and Reason. It's just a big turnip. It's just ridiculous. I cannot believe she is still over here with that. Lemon sat there and allowed the captain to cuss her out. He called the woman. He called the woman over, and they basically jumped her, but she handled it. You're talking about 7 stars, yeah. You know, I hear that a lot of people were telling him that he that's what he did. He let her get jumped by the Mo 3 sector. I didn't know the captain cursed her out as well. Hey, kind to me, thank you. Ugly love snapped on ODS. What? Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yes, sure did. So that is at the end of the live. You'll see lovely love hop up there. Seven held her own, 4 against 1, and an alternate ZX, not Trish. Uh, that damn Trish. Trish. I'm so glad you brought that dumb bitch up. Trish, you wanna fit in so motherfucking bad. You motherfucking, you motherfucking pick me ass bitch. Don't you ever lie on me and said that I was over in your check crying when my mother passed away, bitch. Don't you ever, because I ain't said nothing about your dead ass sister, bitch. Don't you ever lie on me as if you somebody to cry to, you lying ass snake. I know you mad because I exposed those fake links that that you put out about this vacation and this YouTube Street Awards, that they were dead links that took you to a stock photo of an office building in New York City, bitch. But how dare you? Do not ever bring up my mother unless you want me to start talking about your dead sister, oh. How about that? Bitch wanna fit in and you gotta lie to kick it at every fucking turn. You gotta lie to kick it. Fair exchange is no robbery, ho. We can get it. Okay. Hey Vito. Vito, good morning to you. Hey Deanna, how you doing? Um, let me see. Miss 313. Grand Rising, Miss 313. I see you in the chat now. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hey, did you guys take the poll? Viewers of you do see the poll up here. I do not see you complaining about the poll. So I hope you guys have taken the poll. Okay. That's what I want. Thank you, 313. Good to see you. Trish is trash. Good morning to you as well. Yeah. It takes a moment to get through all the bullshit and fuckery, but that bitch had the audacity to say that she was somebody to cry on. Bitch, you dry and thirsty, bitch, but I wouldn't cry on you. I wouldn't even piss on you, bitch. You fucking cunt. Okay, so let's continue. Um, oh, okay. Let me see what you guys are talking about now. Okay, so ODS comes up there and they get into it, and then he drops down, and then somebody buy Lovely Love down. So we just stuck with Krista and Lemon and her whining like she's on the phone, like there is no audience, like there is no show, like she's talking to a nigga who she trying to beg back to her. Did you get my message? Like nobody else is there, bitch. Nobody wanted to hear that dumb shit. Okay, so then Pizarro pops up there. And then Pizarro Pizarro did something I quite admired. Lemon, are we still on for the love of lemon? And then she's sitting there quiet. Now she's trying to act like she's still in contact with Lemon, and did you get my message? Don't read it out loud. And Pizarro go right on to, bitch, we on to the next. We supposed to be hooking this nigga up. I got some real nice girls who want to meet you, and so and so said that. Oh, Mama D says she got some people who have been watching you since Vegas, and they are. they are real hot girls and they want to meet you. And Lemon didn't say anything. But what was telling, Krista, you didn't open your fucking mouth either. You dumb bitch. Okay, I came in late, but I saw the exchange, and uh, we could hear Seven. She went in. I noted that the others left. Wait a minute. I noticed when the other left, Pile Girl got quiet. Who is Pile Girl? I don't know any of them people. I, I'll take your word for it. I couldn't watch it because I wasn't interested because I didn't know the players, and I didn't know if it was a real roast, a live roast. That's one annoying range. Okay, yeah. So it was interesting. I think that the last part was interesting when Lemon refused to answer Pizarro, and then he said, "We'll do a live later about it." Like he couldn't answer in front of Just Krista. Like Just Krista don't know it's a whole uh, flyer out and promos and DJs being set up for this for the love of Lemon. Now, hey, it is what it is. I didn't know them either. Lemon didn't open his mouth. Nope, didn't say a word. Like he's saving a child. I cannot. Grand Rising, Miss T Velocity. I am sick of Lemon acting. I don't think it's an act. I do not think it's an act. Oh my God. A view is a view. That was the only part I watched and then left. Well, you saw a hot piece in Lemon's live, I say. But I was just, it is what it is. Okay, so that at least was organic and real. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. It could have been for attention. I don't know. From the Mo3 people coming over, and how did it even start? I guess they all just piled on. It really doesn't matter. And when Pizarro came up there too, Pizarro, you gonna get sick of that bullshit talking about, oh, they jumped my girl 7. We can go to a war. It can be a war. Girl, ain't nobody going to no war with them nobodies. Girl, go sit down somewhere. When they wanted to go to a war and brought you a war head on, you ignored it. So what the fuck you talking about? We can go to a war. We can have a war. War what? Okay. Is Krista sending Lemon cash apps or something? I'm wondering. I am wondering. Okay. Ronnie Q says she's not interested. I just cannot do that. It's just a waste of breath. She's such a pussy. He used that word all the time for other men. He's such a pussy. He used that word all the time for other men. Hey, Carmax, how are you, Grand Rising? I wouldn't go to war with pizza unless it's against crab legs. Y'all going to war with pizza? Are y'all going to war with pizza? And they said, oh, they also said that Shitty Trish hopped up on the panel, and then they started going in on Trish. And then she's like, you okay, pizza? You okay, 7? And then she hopped right down. Like if she wasn't okay, what you gonna do about it? Are you okay, bitch? They said as soon as Trish dropped down in the panel, they started going at her. Bitch, you better check and see if you okay. Coming up there like she's checking on somebody, like she'll help them out. Bitch, if you came up there to help her, you see four on one, go on in and help her. Just an idiot. Ugh. Okay. Jay Wilson, something happened. No, 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 no. Oh, we speaking of Pizarro, we're back to this Pizarro shit. So she's back to having the Miss Obnoxious up there running her mouth, lying, double talking about what she was saying over on Jay Wilson's panel. So Pizarro cashed out her to come to her link, and then she showed her displeasure because it was a cash app not to congratulate her on her graduation. And I was just, they had just called my name, and I was graduating and nobody support me. So bitch, you mean to tell me you are getting another degree or graduation, and the best thing you can do is hear your cash app ring, and you checking your cash app, you wasn't in your own moment checking on the cash app, so it's somebody else. And she just wanted me to come up to her panel, and that was jacked up. Like, she didn't call to it wasn't a congratulatory cash app, and nobody shared out my nobody nobody rides with me, and nobody shared out my gift list. Well, why would a bitch who got everything, who's living a soft life, even put out a gift list? Who does that if you're living such a soft life? But I digress. But the point of the matter was, then she went over there to Jay Wilson's chat, and it doesn't seem like Jay Wilson gave her much. He said, I heard him talking about, well, I had to get a new tire, and I ran over something in a construction zone, so I did the best that I could, and the stinking Lincoln is in there getting electrical work done. I did the best I could, but I shared you out, and he. But it sounds like it's that cheap ass Jay Wilson probably gave her $3 to $5, and then put her cash app out, and wanted to take credit for putting her cash app out, and the writer lives blessed her with some cash apps. So he was like, shit, if not for me, you wouldn't have got what you got. And don't come out here hating on me with my $3 to $5 that I gave you. But I am big on education, and I encourage everybody to get some education. But when you get it, you may get a cash out for $3 to $5 on your hard work and dedication. So there was that. Okay, let me see. Why be on YouTube if you just got a degree in anything? Seems like celebration time in real life. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Sugar Shack TV. I am Trina Monique here. What is it? Trina Monique. I don't know what that means, Sugar Shack. Sugar Shack, can you make sense when you write in the chat? Okay, so cut the shit, Ronnie Q. I'm telling you, why are you putting out your full name, Trina? Yeah. Hey, Indigo. I think you guys may want to block that person, because if you are Sugar Shack, why are you putting out a full name? We don't do that weird shit over here. So if you're gonna write in here, don't be putting no real names in here. This is not a doxing area of YouTube. I'm not that bitch. There's plenty of them around here. Go find them hoes with no heart. Oh, thank you, very Carrie. Okay, so Pizarro went live, and she was like, I don't understand why you mad at me live, and what did I do live, and the Miss O didn't hit that link, but last night the Miss O hit Pizarro's link, and she wanted to talk, and she was doing, every time Pizarro would ask her, she said, well, it sounds like you're talking about me, and then she would say, well, no, the Miss O, that's not what it sounds like. It sounds like you were talking about me, and specifically, she didn't say specifically, but she said it did sound like Demon's O was talking about her. And Demon's O is just muddling on and doing a whole lot of fast talking and word salad and acting like, no, I wasn't talking about you, Bizarro. Why would I say that about you? You were talking exactly about her. So they had somebody to play the live, and she's trying to distract from the live and the whole 9 yards. So bottom line is, Pizarro let her know, yeah, you were talking about me, and you were talking about me who don't support you. Well, if I don't support you, who supports you? You talking about you got one person who supports you. So I know damn well you ain't trying to talk about Jay Wilson as being the person who supports you. So she was over there at Jay Wilson. When I come over here, it's a whole different vibe and this girl. People drag you in the chat everywhere, but Jay Wilson don't allow you to continuously attack from the panel where you can see people. So let's be clear. It's the same for you everywhere you go. And all this talking about nobody supports you, you the same bitch who I did live at the live at the live about that colorism shit, about when Sassy let Talent put that gorilla up for a scheduled live and talked about that shit, how messed up that shit was that they were doing to your black ass. But then Nina told you that I was moving funny, bitch. You only need one person to support your stupid ass. And if you got one person to support your ass, you don't even deserve that, bitch. So deal with it. Hey, DC Kool-Aid, how are you doing? Same thing, different month. You are a RN as well. Your support was not good enough. Oh my. Nobody's support was good enough for her when she just got started. So, go over there and check that out. That was what was going on with her. Yeah, you know, y'all don't do this. Y'all don't share me out. I was sharing her out. When I support somebody, I support them, and part of my support is sharing them out because people channels need support, and that's my way of supporting the people I support. Grand Rising, Connie, it's good to see you. Candy Cane, you as well. So, what else? What else? I don't think there was much else that happened on the YouTube streets. Oh, y'all hear that Wiley is allegedly out of jail. I don't know the name of the content creator who broke the news. So Wiley is out of jail, and the word on the curb is allegedly he is going to a homeless shelter until he can get back on his feet. And I know he is just so sad about the fact that he was in jail on election day and he couldn't vote for Donald Trump. But he better get on his feet real quickly because he keep fucking around with his passion for Donald Trump, and he gonna fuck around and find out that Donald Trump has absolutely nothing for his ass. So hold on one second. Okay, so now did I miss anything that happened in the beef sector yesterday? In nurse practicing, you mean a nurse practitioner? All different people used to support her, but it wasn't enough. It was the attention and the support of the bigger CCs that she wanted. And she got their attention as they curse her out for being a fuck bitch who coming out here telling lies on people with no receipts, and I'm gonna drop receipts and I'm gonna put a whole production together, and then when a receipt is dropped, it's about her doxing somebody's job and all of this type of stuff. She got the attention from the big CCs. Literally the big CCs, but then she didn't want it, and then she ran over there to Jay Wilson, crying and screaming, "Nobody supports me. I only have one supporter." And da, 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 da. Yeah, you get what your hand calls for. That's what happens. Yeah, so that's what happened. I know it's a nurse practitioner, Ronnie Q, but I'm trying to sound like an RN that don't know shit. Oh, okay, okay. Don't know shit about being a nurse that she claims she is. Okay, so uh, anybody else? So Very Carey went live in the afternoon. Demetra did a good live where she broke down the Miss O and Pizarro thing. So you guys may want to go over there. It was quite entertaining, I must say. So you may want to catch the Miss O. A nurse practitioner is basically has the same duties as a doctor, and we know that she is not a nurse practitioner. The Miss Orangutan. Oh, the Miss Orangutan has been having issues with certain folks for a long time. Bree got tired of her shit, and rightfully so. She has yet to tell them what she was doing to them behind the scenes because she want to act as if she wasn't doing anything behind the scene. It was them. It was them, they, and y'all who was doing everything. KRN supported her, and that didn't even work out for her. And she's batshit crazy. She's just ugh. Anyway, so yeah, Very Carey have some really good lives over there. Good conversation, and I do what I do. I do what I do, and I don't kiss up to anybody because I do what I do. I'm not a pick me. I am not a pick me. We have fun over there at Very Carey's. Okay, all all nurses, please stay away from my daddy. All he got is dick and bubble gum, and he's fresh out of bubble gum. Okay, okay. So what else? what what else? Did I miss anything? Who went live yesterday? I'm trying to think. It seems like I'm missing somebody. Okay, let me see. I do what I want over there. I could care less about beef sector standards. Standards in beef sector. You cannot put standards in a sentence with beef sector rules or expectations. Uh, Fran Grand Rising, Ebony Diamond. It is so good to see you. Demetra went live. Yes, Demetra live was, and Demetra also did a trial watch. If you like to watch those trials, without all the uh, sidebars and all that type of stuff. Demetra, I forget what trial she's on now. She takes out all the sidebars, bars, commercials, so it's just straight trial. So I like that. I like her trial watches because I like to watch that type of stuff. So if you like to watch real life crime and the people who you may have heard these stories about, and then follow them through to the trial, go over there and check her out because she does trial watches on a whole lot of things. Who was talking about the Menendez brothers yesterday? Somebody was talking about the Menendez brothers. I can't remember who that was. Was that you, Very Carey? Yeah, I hear that they are set to come out of jail. Who was that? Was it the hood table? I can't remember. But they were talking about they're set to come out of jail. So we remember, and I'm wondering, are they set to come out of jail because who the new president is? Because it's just like weird that what did they not know at the time of them going to trial? Is it because the Menudo singers are coming out saying that their father was also essaying them as well? Because so are they saying that they did not believe they were being essayed by their father until the Menudo singers came out and said their father, who was their record executive or manager or something to that effect, and he was also essaying them as well? Um, but I know one of them got married while he was in jail, and the other one he started living the gay lifestyle as much as he could when he was in jail. Um, I've been saying this for a year before it came out about she trying to find Bree's job. She has been telling certain people what she has been doing or plans to do. Then and Nina has been helping her too. I wouldn't be surprised. But they have Nina sitting up on a panel, swearing she's a black woman. Uh, you know, just dummies. Okay, lady, Lady Tonya, hello, Grand Rising. No, it wasn't you. Deanna, that's who it was. I'm like, who was talking about that? Yes, Deanna was talking about the Menendez brother. So you may want to go over there. And Deanna was talking about more than the Menendez brother. Deanna had a good live. Go check out Deanna. Hide your parents. Yeah. And so they're going to let them out, it seems. It was Deanna. Thank you, TH. I knew I heard that conversation, and it was a good conversation. So go over there and check out Deanna. It was a good live. My PMHN works 3 days a week, and she makes six figures. Resentencing trial. Oh, so they're going to resentence them. Is that what you're saying? But shit, if they're going to resentence them to anything, it should be time served. I think what they've been in jail for 30 years or something. I think they went to jail in the late 80s or early 90s. I mean, you think it'd be time served at this point? Out of jail after killing their parents. Yeah, and they were in college. They said that even though the family was rich and lived in I think they lived in not the Hollywood Hills. Where did they live in? Something like Bel Air or something. Rich. You know, their parents were real strict on them, and they they tried to say that the mother knew what the her husband was doing to the kids, but of course the prosecutors are saying that they were lying and none of that ever happened. So I'm not clear if the mother knew what was going on with her sons, but the sons were in college at that point. They did not move out of the home or anything. They were college age. They were of age where they could have been living on their own if they wanted to, not live the soft life as some people are doing. So instead, they said their parents were very strict with them with money, as if they didn't have a lot of money, and after they did away with their parents. That was one of the reasons why they start looking at them as people who was in on it or who actually did it to the parents, because they start spending money all willy-nilly. And then one of them went to their psychiatrist and admitted it. So that was it, and that was all. They gave them a new sentence. I saw it on Demetria. Well, how much more time do they have to serve? See, Demetria be on those crime things. I missed that. Hey, Lady Tonya, it's good to see you. Stevie Wonder can see Nina is white. Okay, there's Deanna's link. Free Larry Hoover. Who is Larry Hoover? I'm not even aware of Larry Hoover. Yeah, the DA is also saying they should be released, saying they have served their time. Okay, the current DA recommended a resentencing. By today's standards, they are considered victims of abuse, and back in the 90s, no one believed them and was giving harsher sentences than they would have gotten today. Hey, Sandy. I didn't watch the. Yeah, there is a Netflix documentary, but I didn't watch it. I haven't watched the Aaron. What is this? Aaron Rodriguez one either. I'm gonna watch it. I just have not been in the mood for that type of television. I will get around to it. Broadcast brought all this book back to life. Let me see. I feel crazy because for the longest I thought that the Menendez boys were twins. No, I think they're close in age, but they're not twins. Oh, that's a psychiatric uh, mental health nurse. Well, is the nurse for you in particular, Dr. Soapy? You said my PMHN. So is it for you? Shit, shit. What you saying here? What are you saying? Hey, Sophia. Hey, Fran. Where's the parents' money now? Now, the Deanna was saying that she was watching something and they were showing what the house looked like and how it was decorated then and how it's what it looks like and is decorated now. So that is a good question. What happened to their parents' money? Did they still have access to their parents' money because all of their well, no, wait a minute. You don't get I know you don't get insurance claims if you have been found to but now if found to be the ones who unalive somebody, but I don't know about the rest of their wealth. I have no idea. Well, maybe you guys ought to watch some of these documentaries and find out. Have a blessed day as well, Miss T Velocity. Larry Hoover is head of the Gangster Disciples. Well, why should he be released? What did he do? Why is he in jail, though? Grand Rising Brown Sugar. No, she works for me. Okay, I got it. I got it. We need some a psychiatric. What was that? Psychiatric. I forgot already. We need some psych nurses around here. You're right. And Miss T Velocity has a lot now. I let her get out of here. Now, Miss T Velocity, you volleyed. So is there gonna you served? I wonder is Demetria volley your serve? So you guys are supposed to be going video for video. But the last I heard, Demetria was kind of like, I ain't worried about that. I ain't got time for that. I'll talk back when I feel like it. So I don't know if we're gonna get another video from Demetria. It seems like she's just like, eh, on to the next. But you definitely served her. Okay. In the documentary, it said that they ended up with no money. They couldn't pay the lawyers at the end. But where did the money go, though? That's the question. I can believe they didn't give them access to the money to put on their books since they got life in prison. You're not just gonna spend life in prison, spending the money of the people who you unalived. I can believe that. But where did the money go? I guess the next of kin after the kids would have been any siblings that the parents had, and it could have gone to them. Come to think of it. So if they had brothers or sisters, then they would be the next of kin. So maybe that's where the money went. Okay. We sure do need some PMHNs around here. Let me start Chat Rat, Uppity, Just Crazy, the Miss Orangutan, need a hospital full, Nina. Just read my book. Oh my God. We got award set up. Uh, that many people, we definitely have award. These people are functional sociopath, functional, dysfunctional, dysfunctional sociopath, sociopaths. Okay, so and you have the ones that sit up here in your face and who are so hurt and wilted in their emotional states and sit up here and think dumb shit that they do is so cute and funny anytime their puppeteers tell them to go out there and dance for me, you black negro, and they are out here soft shoeing and everything. Oh, hold on. It goes back to the state if they are over 21 or another family member in the will. I don't I don't understand why the family member would even have to be in the will. You mean my money would go to the state because my family member doesn't have me in the will? That don't sound right. But it could be true, but it definitely doesn't sound right. Yeah, so I'm gonna check in on that, and I'll get an answer for you guys if I can find an answer. Because if they have siblings, uh, and they're not in the will, they are the next of kin. It doesn't sound right. Okay, so enough of them. So they may be getting out soon. Miss 313, you didn't say what the sentencing was. How long must they be in jail? Now, is Trinagal, is that the one who's fighting with Uppity now? She needs five, one for each personality. Heat Wave needs one. Uh, Angry Arms needs one. Oh, she needs the electric chair. You are absolutely okay. Grand rising to you as well, Tisha. Thank you for coming in. Did you guys hit the like button and take the poll? RNY, not RNY. You mean just read my book? We'll block a motherfucker. I was blocked for the longest. Now, RNY blocked me, then she had unblocked me, and then she blocked me again. When all I did was ask her. I asked her. I was like, when her and Dovey had their little disagreement, and I helped Dovey get her ass out of that house, and now Dovey over there lying and trying to get attention. You can't get attention off of me, Dovey. Everybody know you full of shit, bitch. Don't nobody give a fuck about you, bitch. You another dumb bitch who run out with your strings being pulled by another bitch, bitch. You think I give a fuck about any of that dumb shit you say? No, 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 no. So just read my book. I guess she thought that I was taking up for the dumb bitch Dovey. No, I wasn't taking up. I was just trying to make sure that you guys both were okay. And then the next thing I know, just read my book had me blocked. I saw her in a chat, and I said, just read my book. How about do you and the dumb bitch want to come on and do a people's court type of thing and battle it out in court on here as opposed to going to court, because that's when they each were saying that they were going to take each other to court. And she said, well, why don't you let that dookie cunny Loveless you and him go to court? And I was like, bitch, you got me, bitch. I ain't say nothing else because I was like thinking, well, we'll just have a people's court here and let the chat be the jury, and you can be represented by attorneys and and the whole 9 yards, and people vote in a poll who won the case. She then I didn't see her for a long, 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 long time. Will you think Mr. President will pardon his son? Uh, he do got court in December in on one of the Delaware for UN charges in Los Angeles. For UN charges and in Los Angeles. I think he should. I think he should. I definitely think he should pardon his son. Shit. If you got pardon powers, why pardon all these strangers and shit? Shit. What's the difference? Shit. He was a crackhead. He didn't pay his taxes. I think he paid his taxes up. Yeah, pardon him. Shit. Why why should 45 be not be charged because he won an election? Okay, let's talk about this shit. He probably won't pardon him. He won't give him money back. Shut up. I would pardon him. I'd be like, what the fuck else I'm supposed to do? Okay, let's talk about this. Let's get into since you talked about pardons. Okay, so y'all seen that who's been nominated to be the actual attorney general? Matt Gaetz. Have y'all heard about this? Matt Gaetz is said to be the top cop in the nation. Do you guys know anything about this Matt Gaetz character? We would be calling him 45 or 47, Ronnie Q. They're talking about they won such a big mandate. Now, come to find out that this election was so close, even though it looked like you look at a map where it's red all over, but when you look at the actual votes, it's like 200,000 votes apart. So when you hear them say the country gave us a mandate and they want us to do these things that we say we are doing, it's not so, because the election was really close. Visually, when you look at the map, they won all the swing states, but they won them by by the by a hair. Good morning, Charlie. Thank you, Big Daddy wife. Now, let's understand that Matt Gaetz is under investigation for having relations with a 17-year-old girl, and you know, uh, not for nothing, that Merrick Garland. he really has gotten on my nerves at every part of every investigation that he's supposed to do. Uh, Merrick Garland, it has taken. Uh, they should have been had these trials. The one in New York City about the hush money, the classified documents trial. They drug their feet getting these trial to court. In my opinion, they knew that they were going to throw up all of these barriers and appeals and all of this stuff, appealing rulings and all of this stuff. So they knew it was going to take a long time. They didn't start on it until 2022. And so, okay, let's talk about Matt Gaetz. Okay. It wouldn't matter. The electoral college gets to decide that only a few states allow their votes to count. No, no, every state has electoral colleges. But my point is, he's acting like he's won uh, by 5 million votes, and that would be the nation saying, "Hey, you know, you have capital because this is what we want." No, it was close. It wasn't like he had a mandate from the people. No, it was very close. So the people are not mandating you to do these things. Is my point. I understand the electoral college, but it would have been something different if he had won by 2-3 million votes. That's not a mandate. 200,000 votes. And I am so disappointed that she did not demand a recount. Okay, Trump may as well be down here with the beef sector. He is the biggest troll, going out of his way to pick the worst people for his cabinet just for drama, like it's a reality show. I definitely believe so. I definitely believe so. I am so disappointed in Garland raggedy ass. I think he is really with 45. I am disappointed with him as well. Okay. Yeah, the news keeps saying his historic win and blowout. I was like, it was that big of a gap? No, it was not that big of a. Oh, you were like, it's not that big of a gap. It is not. Yeah, and so that's people are putting it out as if it was like a blowout. It was not a blowout. Yes, he does. Okay, so let's talk about Matt Gaetz. For you guys may not know who Matt Gaetz is. He is a Florida senator, and he and one of his buddies, who was actually the tax collector in Florida, were found to have been allegedly trafficking teens. Uh, It is alleged that he is a big cokehead who be on the Senate floor high as a motherfucking kite. It is alleged that he comes back from Senate breaks, passing around his phones of women in different stage of undress, bragging about who he had been hammering while they were on break. All of this is alleged about him. So okay, let me see what you're saying. No, I believe she did, but she asked for donations, but people looking sideways because who was managing her campaign funds just 107 days? You believe she did what? Okay. We need to fill in the rest of the federal judge appointments before leaving. That's what they need to be doing. Exactly. That is exactly what, you know, And not for nothing, that piss on itself, Mitch McConnell. Remember when Barack Obama wanted to seat Merrick Garland as a Supreme Court justice, and he said that, oh no, we can't do that. It's too close to an election. And then Donald Trump came in and had three justices that he could seat. And that's what turned the Supreme Court so crazy. And let's not forget all of the other federal judges' seats that are open that needs to be filled. They filibustered everything and not let the and see that is very important because we see how these judges' rulings can really affect people's lives. Investigation of the vote. She definitely should have called for a recount. So let's talk about Merrick Garland. I mean, Matt Gaetz. I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and he has already resigned from his Senate seat. Did you know that? He's already resigned from his Senate seat. So usually they wait until they're closer to confirmation or whatever, because the Senate has to confirm these picks. And so he's acting as if, he's offered it to me. I'm going to be, the Senate is going to approve it. It's a done data. I don't need this job no more. But let's listen to this. He's already resigned from the Senate. Now, he's under a House investigation. Come to find out, the House is, even though Merrick Garland said that some of the people who said that they were going to testify against him have decided not to testify. Now his friend, who was the tax collector in Seminole County, Florida, he was facing over 20 years for his part in the he admitted he did a plea, and he admitted that he was having relations with 17-year-old girls, the same thing that they are accusing Matt Gaetz of doing, but he's denying it. And he was facing, and he was stealing money, of course, trying to keep up with the life and trying to rub elbows with the in crowd in politics, and he was doing a whole lot of other stuff. So he was facing over 20 years. He took a plea for 11 years, and that he would cooperate. Now he's not cooperating either. Well, I slapped that 20 years on. If a common person took a plea deal and did not go through with the plea, what would they do? They'll snatch the plea and they give him the time that I think that's how it worked. But anyway, so his the other guy, he's in jail for 11 years. Okay. We're going to talk about it. We are going to talk about that. I talked about it yesterday. Uh that is just insane. Okay, so let's share my screen. Time to get with it. Let me remove this picture. Uh let's inform people about who is the in line for the attorney general spot. Let me get past this commercial. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I gotta find it. Here it is right here. What's the name of it? Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, I found it. I'm gonna remove that comment. Let me make sure the speed is right. Nope.
Earlier today, Donald Trump nominated Matt Gaetz to be Attorney General, which led to this announcement from Mike Johnson.
Matt and I were classmates. We came to Congress at the same time in the 115th. Congress in January 2017, and alphabetically we're seated right next to one another in Judiciary Committee. We served there together for 7 years. Some of y'all who cover Judiciary know those are long meetings. So I got to know Matt very well. Look, I'll say this. Everyone who served with him will tell you he's one of the most intelligent members of Congress. He's an accomplished attorney. He's very concerned about the lawfare that has been occurring in the Department of Justice under the Biden administration, and the fact that the American people have lost their faith in our institutions of justice because of everything that he's seen. He's a reformer in his mind and heart, and I think that he'll bring a lot to the table on that. I think out of deference to us, he issued his resignation letter effective immediately of Congress. That caught us by surprise a little bit, but I asked him what the reasoning was, and he said, well, you can't have too many absences. So under Florida state law, there's about an 8-week period to
Okay, so this is the Speaker of the House. He took Pissy Mitch McConnell's place. He's from Louisiana, and he's a motherfucking another brown noser. He was the one who Donald Trump said they had a election surprise in you know, when he was saying before the election that everybody's was cheating in the elections, but notice there was no claims of cheating in the election when they won. So what happened to their surprise? The surprise was only if something that they were going to use if they lost. So this is who this is. Now he's trying to explain why did he wholeheartedly quit his job before he's confirmed. I'm gonna take you back a hair. Okay.
Can't have too many absences. So under Florida state law, there's about an 8-week period to select and fill a vacant seat. And so by doing so today, that allows me, I've already placed a call to Governor DeSantis in Florida and said, let's start the clock. He's in Italy at the moment. And so we're going to talk first thing in the morning about this. And if we start the clock now, if you do the math, we may be able to fill that seat as early as January 3rd when we take the new oath of office for the new Congress. So Matt would have done us a great service by making that decision as he did on the fly. And so we're grateful for that. So we move forward. Look, I'll say this about people have asked me all day long. President Trump is poaching all of your talent. Yes, but we have an embarrassment of riches.
Okay, so he said nothing about he's under Senate investigation. He ain't said nothing about that. He gave you all these rosy examples of who Gaetz is. Okay, so let me fast forward. I'm going to drop the link in the chat so you guys can have this link if you want to. This is the link. Hey, no pressure. I just want you to see some of these people that are they're nominating. So he's under a scrutiny and stuff himself for doing this type of stuff. Okay, so let's continue.
Here, the Republican conference is full of talented people who are extraordinary leaders and have great expertise, and everyone in this Congress, in this conference, could serve in a leadership position.
That Gaetz had already resigned from Congress, which obviously led to a lot of speculation. Was he just that bullish on the prospects of confirmation? Because let's face it, he's not the most popular guy in the Senate. Already a number of Republican senators expressed, let's say, chilliness to the prospect of him becoming the next Attorney General. But then it became clear exactly why he resigned. And it wasn't because he was just that certain that he would get confirmed by the Senate. This was reported by Punchbowl News.
Bing, 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 Ebony Diamond, you are exactly right. So he, with him resigning, the Senate could no longer investigate him because he's no longer a senator. But let's
quote, Representative Matt Gaetz's resignation from Congress came 2 days before the House Ethics Committee was set to vote on releasing a highly damaging report outlining its investigation into the Republican, according to multiple sources familiar with the probe. The committee planned to vote Friday on releasing the report. Ethics loses its jurisdiction over Gaetz when he leaves Congress. The secretive panel has been investigating Gaetz on and off since 2021. President-elect Donald Trump announced that he would nominate Gaetz to be Attorney General Wednesday. In other words, Gaetz knew that he was about to be skewered by a devastating report by the House Ethics Committee, a committee that was, by the way, controlled by Republicans, his own party. And so
now, to understand, Republicans was going to skewer him because since Merrick Garland didn't think he would be able to bring charges because two of the main witnesses refused to cooperate. So this is the only hope that you had of this of him being thrown out of Congress and the facts coming out about him. So did Donald Trump know that this was a way to get him out of this, his brown nosing boy, out of this trouble that he was in? Let's continue.
in order to get out ahead of that, he used the pretense of an AG nomination to resign so that he wouldn't face the humiliation of the ethics report. And what's worse, Trump was in on it, clearly. Let's not pretend that Trump didn't know this. I don't believe for a single second that they didn't have a heads up here, meaning Trump used the Attorney General of the United States of America spot as a vehicle to get Matt Gaetz out of legal trouble. Like, I just need to reiterate that for a second. Gaetz is about to be the subject of a damning expose that was regarding his illegal behavior, and in order to distract from that and give him an out, Trump offered him the role of the top law enforcement official in the United States of America? I'm sorry, but what in the actual fuck? Like, can we take a step back for a second? Even Republicans out there have to recognize that maybe putting someone who is currently contending with allegations of sex trafficking and other crimes for which there was apparently enough evidence that even a Republican-led committee felt the need to continue investigating in charge of the Justice Department may not be a great idea. Perhaps there's some bar, some threshold where putting people who are...
Okay, so I just wanted you to see who is being nominated for the top position in government. Okay, so let's see what else we have. Let me see what you guys. Yeah, and he picked him exactly for that reason. You don't think he knew this? If he is running for office because he don't want to go to jail, do you not think that they figured out a way to hush what's going on with Matt Gaetz down? And they don't respect women's bodies, so they just like, hey, she was 17. It is what it is. So there's that with Matt Gaetz. Let me see what you're saying. It's ridiculous. It definitely is ridiculous. Okay, so let me see what else I have for you guys. Now, why is he choosing him? Because he's a loyalist. Okay, so let's not forget that Project 2025 said that they are going to dismantle the government and take away a lot of jobs and give them to Trump loyalists. Well, they didn't say Trump loyalists. Trump was mentioned in Project 2025 over 333 times, but they tried to act like, no, this wasn't for Trump's presidency if he wins, but you haven't heard Trump come out with any policies that he's going to enact other than stripping the government down, but he's not going to do it. All the things that he has given to Elon Musk and Swishwame or whatever his name, whatever, the Indian guy to do are jobs he's supposed to be doing. But he's going to hand those jobs over to those two guys and talk about he made a new department and he's going to hand that over to him. That's his job. These are his jobs that he is supposed to be doing. Okay, so are y'all clear on that? Okay, let's continue. I got a couple of things that I want you guys to see that I set up. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Okay, we're going to start right here. Criticisms of Project 2025.
2025. Project 2025 has sparked significant.
Oh, hold on. Let's see what they say is problematic with Project 2025. And let's see if this is actually going on right now with these picks of people that you have been hearing him pick. Maybe you guys haven't heard the people he's been picking, but let me explain. Let's go.
Significant criticism from various sources. Critics argue that the project embodies a comprehensive plan to centralize executive power, erode democratic norms, and enforce a far-right agenda on American governance and society. Let's take a look at 5 specific criticisms in more detail. First is the centralization of executive power. One major criticism is that Project 2025 seeks to expand presidential control over the federal bureaucracy. The plan includes reviving the Schedule F classification, which would allow the president to replace thousands of civil service employees with political appointees loyal to the administration. Critics argue this would undermine the nonpartisan nature of the civil service and politicize federal agencies, making them tools of the executive branch rather than independent entities. Second is the attack on democratic institutions. Critics highlight that Project 2025's blueprint includes proposals to dismantle or weaken key democratic institutions. This includes plans to defund the Department of Justice and dismantle the FBI and other agencies that could act as checks on presidential power. Such moves are seen as efforts to undermine the rule of law and enable the executive branch to operate with little oversight or accountability. Third, the project also faces criticism for its potential use of government power to target political opponents and critics. There are fears that it would enable the executive to pursue legal action against political adversaries and critical media outlets.
Okay. So we've already heard him while he was campaigning that he had this was what was it, the deep state, or what did he use? It wasn't the deep state. That he had political adversary. What is it? What did he use? But he basically said that there are many Americans such as Adam Schiff, Michelle Obama, CBS News, and all of these people should be looked into because enemies of the state, or whatever the fuck he said. So they're telling you that this Project 2025 could free him up to do the things that he wanted to do, the things that he said he wanted to do when he was campaigning, but nobody paid any attention. Okay, let's continue.
Parallels to authoritarian regimes where dissent is suppressed through state mechanisms. The fourth criticism is the social and
Parallel to authoritarian regimes. So we know that he admired dictators. We know this. Okay, so all of these things that this Project 2025 would dismantle in the way that government has always worked would allow him to have a more authoritarian type of presidency. Let's continue.
cultural agenda. Project 2025's policy agenda includes strong positions on social issues, promoting conservative values that critics argue could roll back rights and protections for various groups. The document outlines plans to restrict LGBTQ+ rights, enforce strict anti-abortion measures, and integrate Christian nationalist principles into government policy.
Okay, Christian national position into government. What happened to separation of state and schools and all that type of stuff? Okay, let's continue. One more.
This agenda has raised concerns about the erosion of civil liberties and the imposition of a particular religious and ideological framework on the entire nation.
On the entire, a particular religious idea on the entire nation. But the entire nation is not Christian. So what's going to happen to people who are of different religions, such as Muslims? Remember the Muslim ban? So what's going to happen to, so they're going to force Christianity on the whole nation? Okay, so is there anything else?
Lastly is the environmental and climate policy rollbacks. The project's stance on environmental regulations is contentious. It proposes significant rollbacks of climate policies, which critics argue would have detrimental effects on efforts to combat climate change and protect the environment.
Okay, when he was running, you heard him say, "Drill, baby, drill." And they say that the oceans are going to rise uh, a petly little bit over 500 years. Who cares? Okay, so do you think that Project 20? He tried to pretend like he didn't even know what Project 2025 was. You heard him campaigning on everything that is in here. Okay, so let me see. What else do I have that I want to talk about? Let me see. Let me see. Hold on one second. Okay, I think I'm gonna give you another. I'm just gonna give you the link to this. This is another explanation of how Matt Gaetz resigned from his office in hopes that it would stop the Senate investigation into him. I think it also. I think it also details the guy who's actually in jail in Florida. Oh, hold on. Let me. I think I want you guys to hear this part. Okay, we're gonna. I'm gonna show you this. Okay.
Republican members than Matt Gaetz. Here's the reaction of Republican Congressman Max Miller.
I just think it's silly. I believe that the president is probably rewarding him for being such a loyal soldier to the president. But the president is smart enough and his team is smart enough to know that Mr. Gaetz will never get confirmed by the Senate. Mr. Gaetz breaks things to break things, and then once he breaks it even more. And that is somebody who should not be the Attorney General of the United States.
Kevin McCarthy, who was driven out of the speakership by Matt Gaetz, said this.
I'll give you the
Okay. So Kevin McCarthy, who remembers on the RNC floor, Kevin McCarthy was standing up there doing an interview with somebody, and Matt Gaetz came up behind him while he was on camera trolling him and saying that I think it's on here too. And just being a whole, like acting like a fifth grader behind him while he's on camera interviewing him. Because why? Kevin McCarthy wouldn't shut down that investigation, which Kevin McCarthy did not have the power to do the investigation into himself, Matt Gaetz. Let's hear what Kevin McCarthy has to say.
Truth why I'm not speaker. It's because one person, a member of Congress, wanted me to stop an ethics complaint because he slept with a 17-year-old.
The Democrats in the Senate will no doubt want to hear from Kevin McCarthy as a witness at Matt Gaetz'.
So you remember there was a long thing about who was going to be the Speaker of the House, and Kevin McCarthy actually won the speakership, and then they lost a vote. And then it was Matt Gaetz who then said that. And see, Kevin McCarthy fucked up because he signed he wanted to be the speaker so badly that he signed an agreement that one person could contest him and make them have a new vote. So he was so thirsty for the job. Why would you sign that one person with a hair up their butt and who wanted you to do something that you weren't supposed to do could then go down to the Senate floor and demand a new Speaker of the House? So that they going through it. Okay, let's continue.
Senate confirmation hearing. The Senate confirmation hearing for Attorney General will be run by the 91-year-old new chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee, Chuck Grassley, who has become a rubber stamp for all things Trump in the Senate. But Matt Gaetz is already in trouble trying to get a majority vote in the Senate, with Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski telling NBC News today it will be a significant challenge for Gaetz to win enough votes to be confirmed. I don't think it's a serious nomination for the Attorney General. That's Lisa Murkowski's view, Murkowski said. He's got his work cut out for him, added Senator Joni Ernst, Republican of Iowa. Senator John Cornyn said the Senate will have to consider any nominee by the president seriously, but we also have a constitutional responsibility. Senator Susan Collins, Republican of Maine, sounded a note of skepticism. Obviously, the president has the right to nominate whomever he wishes, but I'm certain that there will be a lot of questions, she said. Collins said the ethics probe will be one of the issues that's going to be raised because, as I understand it, there's an active investigation by the House Ethics Committee.
Okay, so there's that. That is the nominee. Let me see what this idiot says right here.
Of my liking, who will be there to actually enforce the law and provide the accountability, not just the vision, but the actual accountability. The people that are sending you those messages deserve that in a free and just and constitutional republic.
Yeah, we do. We absolutely do. And I like that. I like that. Attorney General Matt Gaetz. Are you kidding me? Man.
The world is not ready, probably.
I hate a kiss ass. I just really hate a kiss ass. I'm ready for that. Okay. Let me see. I think I want to get to the part where he's harassing. Is it on this one? No. Let me see. No, it's not on this one. Okay, so I dropped a link for that. What do you guys have to say about any of that? Or are you even interested? I saw that. Yes, McCarthy screwed himself. He definitely did because he was so thirsty. I don't know. I really don't know where they found him at. Okay, so. Let me here's another one you guys may want, if you want to inform yourself about why it was so ridiculous for him to even nominate Matt Gaetz. Here's another article right here. Let me see. I'm trying to get to. Oh, here is. Hold on. Let me get through this commercial. Okay. So are we to believe that Matt Gaetz is innocent of this crime? Are we to believe of these charges? So we are to believe that, it's just an investigation. We haven't heard what has come out of this investigation. So somebody asked me, should Biden pardon his son? But you know what? You know who else wanted to be pardoned? Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz wanted to be pardoned by Trump before Trump left office his last time. He heard about the investigation, and then he wanted to get a pardon before the investigation even picked up. He wanted to get a presumptive early pardon just in case he was found to have done something. See, people who haven't done anything don't automatically go to the president and say, give me a pardon if they don't think there's something that could be found. Okay, so let's check this out. Let's check this out. He already asked for a pardon. Okay. Let's go. Now, this is these are some depositions that were going on about, and let's see.
And was Representative Gaetz requesting a pardon?
Believe so. The general tone was, we may get prosecuted because we were defensive of the president's positions on these things.
How do you know that Congressman Gaetz asked for a pardon?
He told me.
Tell us about that.
He told me to ask Meadows for a pardon.
Mr. Gaetz was personally pushing for a pardon, and he was doing so since early December.
Turning our coverage, MSNBC political analyst Tim Miller's here, former RNC spokesman, now host of the Bulwark podcast, and state attorney for Palm Beach County, Florida. Dave Ehrenberg is here. Dave, we've been talking to New York Times reporter Mike Schmidt about.
Okay, so I'll drop the link for this, and you can hear more commentary on this. So he was already asking for a pardon about the things that he was being investigated about. So I thought that I think it was during when they were Hillary Clinton and Trump was going up against each other. I think that it was said that only guilty people ask for a pardon. So I'm just giving you the information. He's trying to stack this. Also, he's trying to do recess appointments. So, Gaetz have to be approved by Congress, but 45 is trying to make Congress go on recess so he can appoint these people in recess. A recess appointment is like, hey, they were on vacation and we needed to get somebody in that position, so he's allowed to forego getting the approval from Congress and then just stick a person in. Did you know that too? Did you know that too? See, this is the shit. They are trying to just stick these people in here. Okay. Good morning, Big Set. Peace and multiple blessing. Okay, so let's see what else we have. Okay, I'm going to erase that now. This is his partner. This is his partner in Florida. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on one second. Oh, this it. Okay. The guy who was over tax collections, who is in jail for 11 years, is what is his name? Matt Greenberg. Let me see.
Federal sex trafficking investigation into Republican Congressman Matt.
Hold on. Joel Greenberg.
Gaetz. We may be on the.
Hold on 1 second. Here we go.
Trafficking investigation into Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz. We may be on the eve of a significant development here. An associate of Gaetz is expected to plead guilty.
Uh-oh. Oh, man. Got a commercial. Hold on 1 second.
Into Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz. We may be on the eve of a significant development here. An associate of Gaetz is expected to plead guilty tomorrow while cooperating in the investigation. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze has more now from Capitol Hill. Elizabeth, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Dan. Well, this is a plea deal that could spell more trouble for Florida Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz. It involves Joel Greenberg, who was a close friend of Gaetz and a former tax collector in a county in Florida. Greenberg tomorrow in a federal court in Orlando is set to plead guilty to 6 federal crimes, including sex trafficking of a minor. In new court filings, Greenberg admits he paid a 17-year-old girl for sex and introduced her to other adult men who engaged in commercial sex acts. Gaetz is not specifically named in the court filings. He has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing, including having sex with an underage girl. We do know that the Justice Department is investigating Gaetz over possible sex trafficking. And we also now know that as part of this plea deal, Greenberg has agreed to fully cooperate with federal investigators. The government has said that it reserves the right to further charge Greenberg if he violates any terms of the deal. Gaetz had been a rising star in the GOP, a close ally of former President Trump. He's also facing a bipartisan investigation by the House Ethics Committee. But, guys, he's standing firm. He insists he will not step down. Whit.
All right, Elizabeth Schulze for us. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Okay, so you can read all of the details in there. They have 2 videos in there. I'm just giving you guys the information. It's not like they are even trying to hide what they're doing. Not at all. They're doing this out here, out here in the for all the public to see. Okay, let me see what Adam's talking about. Hold on. Let me see what Adam is talking about. Okay, now let's talk about Tulsi Gabbard. He has appointed her over the national director of national intelligence. She used to be a Democrat, and then she changed over to Republican. Tulsi Gabbard came out and said that she met Kim Jong-un. What is his name? Kim Jong-un, and which was a lie. And also, she has tweeted many of things to actually mirror the propaganda that comes out of Russia. So they are already questioning her ties to Russia. But this is who he chooses to make the director of national intelligence. Okay, let's hear a little bit about this. This is who this man is picking. Okay, y'all want to see this stuff? Babe, let me see. Let me see. That must be it.
Trump voters are going through.
Oh, that's not it. Hold on 1 second. Oh, it's it right here. Okay. Hold on. I thought I was playing it. Hold on. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me get back to it. I'm on the wrong page. Okay. Let me get my shit together. Stop screen. Present screen. Okay. Here we go. Uh Here we go. I apologize for that.
Boosting the truth constantly. Like, honestly, I don't even know if Matt Gaetz is going to be able to pass confirmation in the Senate. And obviously, the senators will be lockstep with Donald Trump. If he wants him to get passed, they will. But do you really want an attorney general that's currently being investigated for sex trafficking a 17-year-old girl? At the same time, we learned that Trump chose Tulsi Gabbard for the DNI, the Director of National Intelligence, which is another absolute mess. Now, Tulsi Gabbard used to be a Democrat. She's now a Republican. She was loosely a Democrat. She's always been conspiracy-brained and populist, anti-establishment. Miss Gabbard, a former congresswoman who left the Democratic Party, would hold a top job in the administration overseeing 18 spy agencies. I am not over-exaggerating when I say this is a meme administration, a meme cabinet. Our country is turning into a meme, and it's like a fever dream at this point. And I want to apologize prematurely if while I'm making these videos, it ever seems like I'm being, if I'm just mind blown, or if I'm just like, holy shit. It's because I learn this news, I get together my stories, and even after I've scripted everything, when I'm just reading through it and reporting it sometimes, I genuinely do get mind blown. So if I'm ever sitting here like, I can't believe this, it's because I genuinely can't believe it. So President-elect Donald Trump appointed Tulsi Gabbard as the Director of National Intelligence. Miss Gabbard, a lieutenant colonel in the Army Reserve who served in Iraq, has been a longtime critic of the foreign policy establishment. Her nomination is another sign that Donald Trump intends to give top foreign policy jobs to supporters who are deeply skeptical of the effectiveness of U.S. military intervention abroad and people who are deeply loyal to Donald Trump. Now, in a statement, Donald Trump praised Tulsi Gabbard, saying she would be
They deeply what? To Donald Trump? It's loyalists. You notice that all these people are Trump loyalists. Project 2025 said that positions are going to be given to loyalists. And look at the experience they have in any of these high budget, very important things that they are being granted because they're loyalists. Okay, so I dropped the link for that one with you. Let me see. Now let's wait a minute. Let me see. I think I want to I got two more people. I want to do. I want to do this one about the top generals. Have you heard that he's talking about getting rid of all of the top generals? He's going to have some oligarchs type of situation where people who are not in the government are going to review the actual generals who worked in the select services to work their way up to being generals, and he's going to have big money come take them out of their position. Let's check. Let's talk about that. He's not going to even do the job. He don't have time to do none of these jobs. He's just letting big money come in and say, hey, take care of that. Take care of that. So how you think you're going to feather? How do you think you are going to weather this out? Let me see. I think this one. Yes, it's this one. Okay. Just giving you guys some more information. Okay. Because it was already, I already said before the election, once you know, you cannot go back to not knowing. And all this stuff that was put out, he's actually doing it right now. So let's start with this one. Okay, here we go.
Has the ability to fire any general. All right, folks, we just learned about a new executive order that Trump is drafting up, and the implications of this could be very serious. So drop a like, subscribe, do whatever you need below, but let's jump in, because Donald Trump, when he becomes the president again, has the ability to fire any general he wants at will. He can do that. But what's a lot harder is getting generals through the slow bureaucratic process, getting them confirmed through the Senate, especially when you're trying to appoint loyalists. That's why we just got this article today that reads, Trump draft executive order would create board to purge generals. If this executive order is enacted, it could fast track the removal of admirals, but the removal isn't even the hard part. It's getting the loyalists confirmed through the Senate. We'll read this, but
getting what confirmed. So he wants to remove them and replace them with loyalists. That is still going to be hard to even get approved in the Senate. It's easy to get them out, but it's going to be hard to get his loyalists in. So are we going to be compromised while all the generals are taking out while they're trying to get loyalists back in? See, you live in this nation. And see, the whole world is looking at this buffoon do fuck shit. Okay, let's continue.
I also want to break down what's going on inside the Pentagon, what other generals are thinking, because we just got this article a few days back, Pentagon officials discussing how to respond if Trump issues controversial orders. Pentagon officials are holding informal discussions about how the Department of Defense would respond if Donald Trump issues orders to deploy active duty troops domestically or fire large swaths of apolitical staffers as he has planned before. We will break all of this down because Donald Trump has called people like Mark Milley, one of the most decorated generals in the country, the most decorated general, a woke, weak, and ineffective leader, because Milley said, hey, man, you should be prioritizing the Constitution over your own narcissistic urges. Because as I lay this video out, I want
Okay, so you're gonna hear this a lot. You're gonna hear this a lot about these people who he is bringing in. Say they continue to say, the military is too woke. This government establishment is too woke. Because I have told you about their catchwords, and I told you woke was the catchword of this election cycle. So they are. What the fuck is woke? He's going to get rid of some of the, what you want, sleeping generals? But you're going to put idiots in their places. Because the only requirement is they are loyal to you, which means they're going to do whatever you ask them to do without questioning it. So, I'm just dropping this for you. Let me drop this for you. Okay, now let me see what you guys are talking about. Did you guys know any of this? Okay. Did they figure out what Elon Musk's role is, being that he's not a citizen of the United States? His role is Doja. It's Doja. They have an acronym. I forget what it was. Department of something. And Doja is the Bitcoin that's worthless that Elon Musk has put out on the market. So they made a department that has the acronym of Doja, and Elon Musk pumps money into the coin to make it seem like, hey, maybe I need to buy this coin, but it's being propped up by his own money. And when it falls, he's going to take his money out, and it's going to fall, and you have absolutely nothing. So, yes, they have. The richest man in the world gets a title named after his own meme coin. Exactly, folklore. It's called Hey Kind to Me. So, yes, they figured it out. And what's that? Bakshi, what is his name? Who was running for president, the Indian guy. So he and the Indian guy are over cutting. They say they're going to cut over $1 trillion in the $1 trillion in the budget. And I hate keep calling him the Indian guy, but he said that he plans to get rid of, I think, 85% of government workers. Those F1 workers, those civil servant workers, 85% of the workers. So what kind of economy is it going to be with 85% of civil service workers being fired? Okay. That's what I got right there. Yes, what is his name? Ramaswamy. Yes. Yeah, that guy. Thank you. Okay. I enjoyed listening to Ronnie Q and gaining valuable insights. Wishing everyone a beautiful day. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a great day as well. Bitcoin is trash. This coin that Elon Musk is definitely trash because it only appears to have some worth because he's pumping his own money in there. So let's be clear. Okay, let me. So I dropped the link to this report if you want to. All the things that I'm dropping you, they're like 12 to 15 minutes. Okay. Now let's look at Cash Patel, another Trump, another one that Trump is. I forget what he's putting him in charge of. Let's look at Cash Patel. Okay, appointee. He is a potential FBI appointee. Let's talk about Cash Patel. They're gonna put him over the FBI.
We hope he needs in 2020 and incited people to commit crimes at the U.S. Capitol. We hope he does that. Anyone that lied about the results of the 2020 election.
There's a growing interest in socialism among.
Got to get through the commercial. Okay. Let me slow it down. Okay. Here we go.
5 o'clock in New York, spreading the lie that there is malfeasance in our government, that some mysterious shadowy deep state is out to get Donald Trump and his supporters poses a grave threat to U.S. national security and, by extension, the American people. We heard that from former Principal Deputy Director of National Intelligence, Sue Gordon. She talked about it on this program last week, not because it's some abstract theory out there, but because it is a message that Trump and some of his most extreme allies have been pushing onto the American people repeatedly and for years now. Especially one person named Cash Patel, who, according to reporting from our colleague Von Hilliard, is currently under consideration to be the director of the CIA or the FBI in Donald Trump's second term. It's an interesting development, as we just learned moments ago, that the current director of the FBI, Christopher Wray, also appointed by Donald Trump, as well as people on the Trump team, are planning for the possibility that Trump will replace his first pick to be FBI director during his first term, Christopher Wray. Wray has not finished serving out his 10-year term, and that is according to 3 people familiar with this matter. But to refresh your memory for a minute on the individual named Cash Patel. He's someone Trump wanted to install as deputy director of the CIA at the end of his first term as president. But Gina Haspel, who was running the CIA at the time, said she would quit if he did that. Cash Patel has since written a book called, quote, Government Gangsters, which, as ABC News reports, calls for a, quote, comprehensive house cleaning at the Justice Department and an eradication of government tyranny within the FBI by firing the top ranks and prosecuting to the fullest extent of the law anyone who in any way abused their authority for political ends. And he has said this in the past.
The one thing we learned in the Trump administration the first go around is we got to put in all America patriots top to bottom. And we got them for law enforcement. We got them for intel collection. We got them for offensive operations. We got them for DOD, CIA, everywhere. And the one thing we will do that they never will do is we will follow the facts and the law and go to courts of law and correct these justices and lawyers who have been prosecuting these cases based on politics
spent his entire life as a warrior for the troops and the country. Pete is tough, smart, and a true believer in America first. With Pete at the helm, America's enemies are on notice. Our military will be great again, and America will never back down. Pete is a graduate of Princeton University and has a graduate degree from Harvard University. He is an Army combat veteran who did tours in Guantanamo Bay, Iraq, and Afghanistan. For his actions on the battlefield, he was decorated with 2 Bronze Stars, so he did serve, as well as a Combat Infantryman's Badge. Pete has been the host of Fox News for 8 years, where he used that platform to fight for our military and veterans. Pete's recent book, The War on Warriors, spent 9 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list, including 2 weeks at #1. The book reveals the left-wing betrayal of our warriors and how we must return our military to meritocracy, lethality, accountability, and excellence. Pete has also led 2 veterans advocacy organizations, leading the fight for our warriors and our great veterans. Nobody fights harder for the troops, and Pete will be courageous and patriotic champion of our peace through strength policy. So you see Donald Trump announcing it there.
Okay, so that's the announcement. This is what he thought that would make a somebody to run the Department of Defense. Those are all of the stellar things that they want you to know about this guy. They're about to put over a $800 trillion budget, and he's never worked in government. Over $800 trillion budget. This dude who had all of these accreditations that you just heard cited. This dude who is not a host of a Fox News show. He's a co-host of a Fox News show, not a Fox News show that comes on 5 days a week. No, the weekend Fox News show he co-hosts is who 45 feels that could do this job. You heard you heard all the accolades about him, did you or did you not? Okay.
As well. Jake Sherman says this is going to be a hard confirmation to get through. I'm not really sure if that's going to be the case. It seems like Donald Trump's MAGA will rubber stamp this. I don't know. What's next? Are you going to have Sean Hannity become the Attorney General? Are you going to have Jesse Waters become, I don't know, the CIA director? This took place is pure fiction. Trump had leaked to the Washington Post that he had told Putin to de-escalate. Putin has done anything but de-escalate.
Okay. So Trump came out and said that he spoke to Vladimir Putin and told him to de-escalate. And Putin came out right behind him, put his wife's news up on a Russian-sponsored television and said he ain't never got that call from Trump. So they already playing in his face right now. Okay, but we gonna put this Fox News host over the whole Defense Department. Okay, dummies.
I've been trying to lose some weight lately.
Hold on. Nobody care you got fat. Okay, let me see. Here we go.
This segment was on Fox and Friends complaining that veterans who use the benefits they've earned are, quote, dependent on the government and lack personal integrity. Play this clip.
Here's the
okay. So the person who's going to be over the whole Defense Department are saying veterans shouldn't use the benefit that they earn. So all of you unicorn Negroes that thought you were doing something and that you are a vet and that you are you have been what are they calculated at a certain percent of disability? Watch out. This is what you voted for. You gonna fuck around and find out. Let's hear what he has to say about your disabilities.
Hospital you use within this radius, and you get this doctor, as opposed to empowering the individual to say, I've got a knee issue. Dr. Jones down the street could help me with it, and the dollars could follow me to get that
People are
addressed.
still getting on lists to get
Of
to
course.
see their doctors.
Unfortunately.
Look at this. Veterans granted disability compensation. If you compare after World War II, 1.5 million veterans, 2017, 4.5 million veterans.
This is a really complicated discussion. This is about disability ratings that would.
Well, how many wars did they have, and how many people did they have fighting these wars in 1942 versus how many wars that, what was it, 1942? I think it was 1942. 1946. How many wars and people were fighting those wars during that time? And how many wars and people are fighting their wars between 1946 and 2017? So you're going to say, oh, well, it's over 3 million more veterans out here getting disability compensation. But they're trying to tell you that's the wrong thing, but they're not accounting for the actual wars that have been fought and all of the soldiers and personnel that have been sent out to fight all these wars. Wasn't the Iraq war a 20-year war, the Afghanistan war a 20-year war? But you're talking, look at how many people are taking compensation for disability. Now he's like, oh, wait a minute, this is egregious. Let's see.
After World War II, 1.5 million veterans, 2017, 4.5 million veterans.
This is a really complicated discussion. This is about disability ratings, which isn't always necessarily tied to healthcare, but the idea that the healthcare you get is about service-connected disabilities. So if you go to war and you get injured, we'll take care of you. So when you come home, they try to rate how disabled you are, and that's how much care you get. Well, I could be rated for 50% right now if I wanted to be. I mean, just to have a totally, and vets know this out there, I could do ear and.
I could be rated at 50% disability if I wanted to be. So do you think that people who are injured just want to be, that you think that everybody who's coming back from these wars, they say, I have this wrong, that wrong, the other thing wrong, and the VA just say, okay, and give you these ratings so easily? You know how many fucking veterans out here who are really fucked up, and they are low, they are rating them low in disability so they can't pay them? But they're veterans. But you said I could say my knee, my ankle. This asshole. Let me okay. Talk about what he could say. I could be 50%. Let's see.
You get. Well, I could be rated for 50% right now if I wanted to be. I mean, just to have a totally, and vets know this out there, I could do ear and ankle and knee and back.
It's proportional,
because
right?
It's proportional for different injuries that you have. Groups out there, vets groups mostly, encourage vets to apply for every government benefit they can ever get after they leave the
Why wouldn't they?
service? Because, well, why not, right? The government's giving it out. To me, the ethos of
the government's not giving it out. They have earned it. That's why the government is giving it out. Well, yeah, why not? The government is giving it out. Go take some free shit. What about what did the government take free off of their lives, off of their mental statuses, offer them seeing all types of carnage out here on these wars that they fighting for rich people? But they're taking everything. They're putting him over the Defense Department. Okay, let's continue.
service is I serve my country because I love my country, and I'm going to come home and start the next chapter of my life. And if I've got a chronic condition, mental, physical, otherwise, the government better be there for me. But otherwise, I don't want to be dependent if I don't have to be.
You got to have personal.
Well, and right now, a lot of groups are convincing vets to give.
Let's read
physical,
that.
otherwise, the government better be there for me. But otherwise, I don't want to be dependent if I don't
integrity.
have to be.
You got to have personal integrity.
And right now, a lot of groups are convincing vets to give, get, take more from the system as opposed.
Now you see this. You gotta have integrity. What's his name? Whatever his name is. It wasn't Ducey. It's the other douchebag. You gotta have integrity. You can't come back home and just collect the benefits that you are awarded. You gotta have integrity. You had integrity when you signed up for the select services and you went over there and fought these motherfucking wars. But you sitting on the motherfucking couch kissing ass and talk about who needs to have integrity. Oh my God. Anyway,
Opposed to just what you need for the service you gave.
And you compare the budget here. In 2007, the budget was over $72 billion, over 9 million veterans using the VA. And now in 2017, $176.9 billion with just under 10 million. So just about 1 million more using the system. How does that happen?
We did a big study.
Now, here's another recent segment of Pete Hegseth questioning a Democratic voter from New Jersey. You could watch this. Again, this is now who's appointed Secretary of Defense. Play this clip.
As a Democrat leading toward Biden, what would you like to see from a president in 2024?
Let's see. I'm going to pick education, and I'm going to say that education is a key issue in our society. So I want no books banned. I'm very anti anything being banned. You don't want your kid to read it? That's fine. I want my kid to read a little bit of everything.
So what about like the
2,500 books banned so far? Well,
the trans advocacy.
I have one daughter.
Elementary school.
She can read whatever she wants to read at an age appropriate to what she is.
So how about like the Bible? What if we wanted to teach the Bible?
I'm Catholic. I've already taught her about the Bible because I'm Catholic.
Okay, what if we wanted to teach the Bible? Okay, so does that connect with you about what you heard about Project 2025 trying to instill a religion into government? Why would you ask her when you're asking her about what if we wanted to teach the Bible? There's a separation between church and state. Why would you want to be teaching somebody's child the Bible? Let's continue.
What about in school?
Absolutely. Oh, in school? Oh, no.
No. Can't have God in school.
And he distinctly said, "What about in school?" Though she said, "I'm Catholic. I taught my child the Bible." And he said, "What about in school?" Though, let's hear that whole transaction.
The Bible, because I'm Catholic.
But no, what about in school?
Absolutely. Oh, in school? Oh, no. Age appropriate to what she is.
So how about like the Bible? What if we wanted to teach the Bible?
I'm Catholic. I've already taught her about the Bible because I'm Catholic.
But no, what about in school?
Absolutely. Oh, in school? Oh, no.
No. Can't have God in school.
Separation of church. And then
that's
all
not
history.
The Constitution.
All history should be taught.
Oh, God, can't have God in school. That's not in the Constitution, but oh my God.
That is African American history, Native American history, Latino history, Asian history, Caucasian history. All history should be taught in public schools. So I'm going to say I'm very pro-education.
It's so interesting because education will be a topic cutting in both directions.
Very pro-education.
You described it differently than I think many of our other panelists
Which means
would
that
as well.
DeSantis is a thumbs down because he doesn't want to educate people on Black history, and so I take that as a personal affront. Being a Black woman, wait, your anti-Blackness is showing.
That's a false statement.
And you can be anti-Black and be Black. So his anti-Black.
You want to keep blacks on the school plantation.
Put your slip back in.
School choice is a civil rights issue.
Separation of church and state.
It's the Underground Railroad to give Black and brown children an opportunity. In this
you're
country.
anti-Black history. You just told me.
I don't think anyone is anti-Black
No,
history.
he was saying that before.
Hyperbole on top of whether you want a radical Marxist theory and critical race theory being taught.
Okay, so unless you want a radical Marxist theory like critical race theory, okay. So let's be clear. Critical race theory is an advanced college curriculum course. So anytime they want to pull the boogeyman out about trying to hide our history from our children, once if you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it type of thing. Don't want the Negroes to learn how to read because they're going to become educated to the facts. So they don't even want to teach the facts. But she's talking about age-appropriate reading for her child. So obviously, she's not talking about an advanced college student. She's talking about K through 12. And they always pull out this Marxist theory. And no, that has nothing to do with K through 12 education. But they always, that was one of their, remember in the I'm trying to think, the off-season elections, that was one of their go-to words. Woke, critical race theory, the midterm elections. The key word was critical. The key term that they used to scare everybody was critical race theory. And here he is again. So this is the buffoon. I'm going to drop the link. You guys can finish this at your leisure. This is the dude who they want over the Department of Defense. How scary is this? Hey, Liz, how you doing? Are you guys still here? Are you guys still here? Okay. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Nothing. Hey, Hood Scriptures. This country is doomed. You're absolutely right. This country is doomed. Okay. That's why I told my children they can never serve in a branch of the military for this country that doesn't respect you. Yeah. Where do you think those cuts gonna come from? Where do you think those cuts gonna come from? Where these are the appointees, and you don't, child. And obviously they have no respect of law. Obviously they have no respect of law. They think that they can do whatever they want and maneuver around to get themselves out of the trouble, ask for advanced pardons, run for office where they can insulate themselves from from being able to be prosecuted. Let's be clear. This is what's going on. Okay, so now the subject of my video is F around and find out. So let's look at some of the voters for 45 who are coming around, and they realize they have effed around, and now they're finding out. Let me see. Is this the one? No. Here it is. Okay. Let me share my screen with you guys. I have to get through this commercial first. Okay, here we go.
Trump voters are going through some things, folks. We are getting more and more stories about people breaking away from their Trump-supporting friends, family, and spouses. Trumpers with small businesses are panicking now that their non-MAGA customers are refusing to patronize their stores. And as Trump voters see his disastrous picks for his administration, a Soros protege, a Fox host, Dick Cheney's former top advisor, Marco Rubio, potentially military hawks who want to see Israel annex Gaza and the West Bank, they are now asking the question, and I am not making this up, have we been duped? My name is Brett Meiselas with the Midas.
Okay, let's be clear. Who did he put over as the ambassador to Israel? John Huckabee, who says that he does not even believe that they are people, Palestinian people. He said that there is no such thing as the Gaza Strip. He said it's Samara and something. He said that there's no such thing as Palestinians or the Gaza Strip. And that's who he has over Israel. But everybody's talking about, oh, there were no wars. And this idiot. Okay, let's continue.
Touch Network. Remember to hit subscribe and help us get to 3.5 million subscribers. So Liz Cheney, the State Department, awful sign, end quote. And just look at this right now. There are tons of comments with Trump voters furious at the direction Trump wants to take the country. Journalist Glenn Greenwald, who has been very Trumpy, said, quote, Trump often deviated from the views of his top advisors, but Trump's last three appointees, Elise Stefanik, Mike Waltz, and Rubio, are war hawks fully aligned with the worst prongs of bipartisan DC consensus. Trump supporter Jackson Hinkle wrote about Elise Stefanik's appointment to be UN ambassador, quote, breaking, Trump has selected Zionist and pro-Ukraine warmonger Elise Stefanik as UN ambassador, horrible choice and a complete betrayal to MAGA. A popular MAGA account called Wall Street Silver wrote, quote, Marco Rubio is a neocon. Not sure why Trump nominated him for Secretary of State. Here's some other comments from Trump supporters. They say, quote, very worrying picks. Let's hope he stays committed to his reign of peace. I mean, do you know the guy? Here's another one, disgusting betrayal of everyone that voted for an American first promise and agenda. Boy, these picks are awful. Trump is sinking faster than the Titanic. It's over, I'm afraid. Had a few fun days after the election where things were looking promising. Was fun while it lasted. Dallas News reporter Cole Lyle notes about Trump's appointment of Fox host Peter Hegseth to be the Secretary of Defense. Lyle says, quote, just got a text from a staffer on the Senate Armed Services Committee working for a conservative senator who said, quote, excuse me, but what in the actual F? Even in a Republican majority, this is going to go over like a lead balloon. I could read hundreds and hundreds of these, but I think you get the point. RFK supporters on an RFK subreddit are already freaking out. They are asking, literally saying, have we been duped? Yes. The poster writes, quote, I thought I was voting for peace. I thought the MAGA movement represented a break away from the neocon establishment. All these appointments are giving me the ick. Somebody talk me off the ledge. It's like, could you please do your research on this guy? Okay, our families, and it is going to hurt. So I think we are about.
Okay, so now there was a large population of Muslims in Dearborn, Michigan, and now a lot of them bought into the Kool-Aid. So now let's see what they're feeling now.
Clear as day that he is playing us. I think he is going to target us. That's what he is going to do. He is going to target our families, and it is going to hurt. So I think we are about to find out. And for the folks in Dearborn, here is Marco Rubio in his own words. Watch this.
Senator Rubio, will you call for ceasefire?
No, I will not.
Gaza?
On the contrary.
Rubio,
are you filming it?
wait,
So I want you guys to get this. I want them to destroy every element of Hamas they can get their hands on. These people are vicious animals.
Trump has also picked evangelical Mike Huckabee to be the U.S. ambassador to Israel. Huckabee believes that Israel has a right to annex Gaza and the West Bank, and he thinks that Palestinians should have to find a home elsewhere. An Israeli newspaper notes, quote, his appointment, Huckabee's, combined with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's appointment of the next Israeli ambassador to the U.S., indicates that annexation could be at the forefront of any political agenda in the coming months. And Peter Hegseth, that Fox host who Trump appointed to be Secretary of Defense, he also believes that Israel should annex Gaza and the West Bank. And in addition to all of that, Trump's win continues to destroy the personal lives of the people who voted for him. A divorce lawyer online wrote the following, quote, I had 14 potential new clients schedule consultations for divorce over the past 3 days. For context, a phenomenal week would be scheduling at least 5. Further context, November is the slowest month of the year for new.
Okay, so you get the picture. There's a lot of regrets coming out. Let me see. There's something else.
For a draft dodger who considers him a sucker. Trump broke down in tears the next day because he, as a veteran with service-related Parkinson's, felt betrayed that they would vote for a draft dodger who considers him a sucker and loser. He also cried for the loss of his country to this wannabe dictator. Sandra writes, quote, my best friend of over 50 years voted for Trump. We no longer speak. This commenter tells us, quote, "My best friends and my brother have all bragged about voting for Trump. I am now looking for new best friends and want nothing to do with my brother, have not spoken to them since, and have no intentions of ever doing so until they apologize." But some people are acknowledging those who stepped up for them. Princess Buttercup tells us, "My husband voted for me and his children on Tuesday. I feel so sorry for the women who are with partners that voted against them and their children. We are white in deep red Alabama, and he's got rewarded a couple times this week for doing a good job. My only solace this week was that I married a good man."
Okay, so I'm gonna drop this link. You guys can finish it. I just wanted to let you know that there is some people. There are some people who are realizing, hey, what the fuck did I do? Okay, let me see what you guys are talking about. Okay. The black people have been on the Muslims in Dearborn's head. They are going to feel the wrath. They are planning to stop their stores. Yeah, they say that a lot of people who have small businesses also believe that they're going to lose a lot of business. Great conversation at dinner last night. Okay, so let me see what else. I think I'm gonna. Okay, so everybody was talking about MU was one of the people. He didn't have us in any wars. Okay, so why are they afraid that they're going to be in wars now? Because there's so much turmoil in the world, and we see that greed has really taken over. It seems to me like we're being pushed into a real life Hunger Games, and they're setting up for what they said they were going to do. You see what Marco Rubio? No, we're not going to cease fire. You see that they have Huckabee in charge. They're animals. You want to be taken seriously and call human beings animals because you're not getting what you want. They're animals. They need to be pushed off the earth. Okay, so let's hear this asshole right here. Let me last thing. So I've shared this with you several times. Let's hear what Kushner has to say about the Palestinian lands.
Of Arabs, and I'm sure you talk to a lot of them, who think once Gazans leave Gaza, Netanyahu's never going to let them back in.
Maybe, but I'm not sure there's much left of Gaza at this point. And Gaza's waterfront property. It could be very valuable to if people would focus on kind of building up livelihoods. You think about all the money that's gone into this tunnel network and into all the munitions. If that would have gone into education or innovation, what could have been done? And so I think that
if all of this had gone into education or innovation, he can't. Yeah, probably about the people. But then let's talk about the real estate. And it's their fault if all of this had gone into innovation and education, says the son-in-law of the motherfucker who said he's going to get rid of the Department of Education in the United States. Let that sink in. Let that sink in.
It's a little bit of an unfortunate situation there, but I think from Israel's perspective, I would do my best to move the people out and then clean it up. But I don't think that Israel has stated that they don't want the people to move back there afterwards.
Okay. And move the people out and clean it up. And I don't think Israel said that they don't want them back, but I'm surely telling you that they should move them out. And, who says if they are or not going to allow them back in and clean it up? Because, listen, okay, that's all I got. Hey, that is like all I got. I'll give you this clip if you want this clip as well. So what do you guys think? I'm done with my clips. I am done with my clips. Yes, 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 he is. Yes, indeed. As good as they have been, good as the rest of them have been treating the Palestinians. So, you know, it's a lot going on. So that's it. That's all I have. Uh, I I do believe we are in trouble as well. So I'm gonna uh, I'm gonna just drop the link for this one. Ayanna Presley questioning the creators of Project 20 and 2025, and they are refusing to to let her know what they have in store for the first 180 days of a new conservative presidency. Um, in one of those clips, that I dropped you, I forgot to get to it. I just thought about it. In one of those clips that I dropped you, they distinctively talked about the first 128 days of this administration. And when Senator Presley was trying to get them to disclose what did they have in store for this first 180 days of this presidency, they would not be specific. They said, we're just going to get a government in order, just kind of like you said. She said, I asked you specifically, but you're not telling me. Let me end my chat with this. I thank you all for coming out. I'm gonna end my show with this because if you it's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate, and people don't have enough sense to realize what is really going on around them today.
Sign the petition.
So it is what it is, and I'm just gonna leave with this. Thank you for coming out. God bless you. And this is the closing music for today.
Is about making America a nation, when even former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy said the Republican side of the aisle looked like the most restrictive country club in America. We all know that Make America Great Again is about making America white only again. Yes or no? As a main author of Project 2025, are you aware of this fourth pillar playbook?
Well, to be
Yes or no?
to be clear, I'm here in my official capacity.
Yes or no?
So I don't want to have any confusion
I'm
on
reclaiming
that.
my time. You are under oath, and I don't want you to filibuster. Yes or no? Are you aware of this fourth pillar playbook?
Again, just so I can be clear, that writing that I did was in my personal capacity after getting the
Reclaiming my time, I didn't ask you that. Are you aware of the fourth pillar playbook, and can you detail, as you are under oath, what exactly it calls for?
again, I've not seen this fourth pillar playbook that you're talking about.
Moving on. I find it hard to believe that you don't know the details of this 100. Well, please, you are under oath, and do not waste my or the public's time.
I'm happy to talk about all of the policy ideas that I've talked about. I've talked about them in that context.
I want to talk about the 100-day playbook, the fourth pillar. Can you elucidate us to that?
Again,
all right, I'm moving on, sir. I ask unanimous consent to enter into the record reporting from CNN titled "Right-Wing Media Figures Blame Women in Secret Service and DEI for Security Failure in Trump Shooting."
Without objection to order.
This article quotes members of Congress and others that plainly accuse DEI and the hiring of women as a liability for the Secret Service. Women have been an integral part of the agency since 1971 and are held to the same standards as their male counterparts. To use them as a scapegoat during a time of crisis is shameful, and it is dangerously divisive. In fact, based on recent publicly available demographic data of the agency, the largest demographic groups among special agents are white and male. But to right-wing extremists, the truth doesn't matter. The lies they tell to advance their anti-diversity agenda, which is a key theme throughout Project 2025, will only make the American public less safe and more divided. And every day, Director Cheadle, that you fail to give us answers, they are given more oxygen to make their baseless claims that women and people of color are responsible for tragic events. And that is dangerous too. Thank you. And I yield my remaining time to Ranking Member Raskin. You know, this would all be funny if it wasn't so devastating. At a time when the leader of the Republican Party is trying to claim that he has no connection whatsoever to Project 2025, an outright lie, another lie like the one that he spews daily about Haitian Americans in Springfield, Ohio. Again, the leader of the Republican Party is trying to claim that he has no connection whatsoever to Project 2025, an outright lie. Our Republican colleagues have invited 4 of the manifesto's architects to testify today. I'm over here. In a desperate attempt to erase all of the ways that the American public has benefited from the Biden-Harris administration, this committee has instead spotlighted what Project 2025 would offer: chaos and corruption. However, we would be ignoring a critical component of Project 2025 if we did not address the fact that its creators have been secretly peddling a, quote, 100-day playbook, unquote, that contains executive orders and emergency actions to roll out in the first hours of a second Trump presidency. Instead of sharing this plan with the public, an indictment of your dangerous policy plans in and of itself, those behind Project 2025 claim it is too controversial to release. Ms. Guna Sakara, yes or no? As a main author of Project 2025, are you aware of this playbook or quote unquote fourth pillar? And remember, you are under oath.
Yeah, and it's online on the website.
Can you please detail what exactly it calls for?
I think you explained it pretty well. It is a plan of action so that when Republicans and conservatives have another chance at a next administration, there's not lost time, and so that there is a plan ready to go.
I don't know if that was specific enough. You are under oath. Can you please detail what exactly it calls for, this fourth pillar, this 180-day playbook? Please detail what it calls for.
Again, I'd reiterate what I just said, that I think you summarized it quite well. It includes a plan of action on day one so that
you didn't
Republicans...
say anything, and that's the problem. What is the plan of action?
It's to institute a more conservative vision on things that the American people want, because they're experiencing all of these hardships caused by the chaos and corruption of the Biden-Harris administration.
Reclaiming my time. I find it hard to believe that you don't know details of the 100-day playbook, but there's one person that definitely knows: Kevin Roberts, the president of the Heritage Foundation. And that is why, as co-founder of the Stop Project 2025 Task Force, alongside Representative Jared Huffman and dozens of our colleagues, we sent a letter to Mr. Roberts requesting he testify before Congress and release this 180-day playbook. We sent this letter on August 8th. The next day, he delayed his book launch, went into hiding. Kevin Roberts, what are you so afraid of? I am disappointed but unsurprised that the authors and leaders of Project 2025 are hiding their 180-day playbook. So today, Congressman Huffman and I are announcing a new, fully confidential tip line. Any person can visit huffman.house.gov/tip-line-form to submit any information you have about the secret playbook behind Project 2025. That goes for conservatives with a change of heart, workers at the Heritage Foundation, and our witnesses here today, who will perhaps find more courage when the cameras are off. I yield. Thank you to our witnesses for being here today. You know, although the subject matter
I'm going to end on that note. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I dropped the link, Carrie. This is the link to what I just played you. I'm going to drop it again. And I hope you guys have a great day. There's a lot of stuff going on. We are going to see a whole lot of stuff. change, it appears. No, girl, I'm just giving you the information. I'm just giving you the information. I thank you guys for hanging in there with me because it ain't over. It's not over by a long shot. Hope you guys have a great day. God bless you. I'm out of here and good night. Thank you. Oh, I got a poll. Let me see what the poll is. Okay. I'm sorry. Let me end the poll. And we're going to get out of here. Where'd the poll go? Oh, okay. Who will be hurt more after fucking around and now finding out? By 63% of you say the whole country is going to be hurt more. A far second place, the voters of who voted for 45, 17% are going to be hurt more that now they fucked around and they're finding out. The ones who did not vote, 9%, and the Harris voters, 9%. So overwhelmingly, the whole country is going to be affected because going to be hurt because so many people fucked around and now they are finally finding out. All right. I thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you. Please hit the like button if you want to support the channel. You can hit me up at $Ronnie Q, or you can grab a membership to my page. Okay. I thank you guys for being here. God bless you. And I'll see you in the YouTube streets possibly. All right. Bye-bye.